All right. So this story is based on my professional athletics career, and I was out in California training at Stanford and was on the way to working to make the national team. I made the national team in 2005, and in 2006 I made the decision to go and move and train with the top female U.S. hammer thrower in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Very excited to be there, very excited to train. Great opportunity. She was #1 in the country. Her coach invited me to come, so we moved in together. We're training partners, and halfway through, probably halfway through the year, not even maybe halfway through, maybe 3 months in, she ended up with a boyfriend, and it was really difficult for me to live with her and the boyfriend, and I got really discouraged, and actually I started training a little bit on my own. I was purposely training at different times because I just had this conflict with her that hadn't been really resolved, and I had, pleaded with her on a couple things that I was hoping she would help me with and in our living arrangement, but she didn't really agree to that. So that kind of soured that year that I committed to being in Myrtle Beach, and it was even longer than that. I would have hoped to have been there because the Olympics were in 2008. But the Lord was faithful, provided me with a family that I ended up going to spend some time with, even though I was paying rent at this place, and I spent most of my time with them, and I trained. But I didn't really progress as much as I would have liked, and I knew that I needed to be in a really great training situation a year out before the Olympic trials. And so I had been on a athlete blog that I didn't really check often, but one day the Lord just kind of in my spirit said, check the blog, and sure enough I did. And the former world record holder's coach was having tryouts for athletes to come and train at the Olympic Training Center in Western Canada, and I've always wanted to get back home. And so I applied and got accepted and had the opportunity to train there for a year, and really had my best year ever. And really it was trusting the Lord, but Him just opening the doors. And so that was kind of a neat situation. And then that kind of transpired as I was finishing up 2008. I knew I was going to need to have a job after the trials, and while I was competing over in Europe on the circuit, I got a random email from somebody about a job opportunity and was able to come back and get a job and really be able to pursue some of the dreams and goals that I had for a second degree in higher education and athletics. And so that's where the Lord just continually provided, and since then, literally every job that I have had since that time, the Lord has opened the door exponentially for me to work in places I truly still to this day don't believe I was the best person for these positions, but God's always put me in a position to win, and it's been pretty neat. So that's my God
Cool.
story.
That's your God thing. Yeah, it's great. So God working to give you the employment that He wanted you to have and the situation that He wanted you to have.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
right.
Great.